Let's make sure I get that chat working properly. Fly. Alright. We should be good. I can see the chat. I do have a game room open for those who are wanting to get straight into it. I will kind of have a quick overview of all the new changes. Hey Maddie, how's it going? All the new changes in the balance. Huge update today. It's all in the description below. But well, it's a bit of a list. Like previously, we're only taking like 5, like 1 or 2 changes at a time. This time we added about 50. Like, let me show you this. This is fun. This is the new file. Let me quickly go back into. Let me get you the old file. This is the old file. This is the old rebalance. Oops, is that there? This is what we had last week. Grand total of 86 lines. Most of that there because we got like 6 lines per change. This is the new one. We've got down here. We've only got 1 line per change. From 86 to 615. I think, yeah, when you play, you don't really often have no wood and no stone. You run out of stone quite often because you sell it. But you don't really get the wood needed quite so much, especially not when you're planning on building the stuff that needs the stone as well. Anyway, so just to show you again the difference between the 2 files. That's it. Versus that. Quite a list of stuff. If you played on CrowdLotus' stream yesterday, he used the same rebalance. We kind of worked together on it. He kind of came up with most of the ideas, and then I tweaked them and discussed them. Took some, took some away, added some of my own, and that sort of thing. But most of it was kind of his base idea, especially this extra stone added to buildings. This is actually just what you've got in the stream description, by the way. Just make it, just so you know, if you want to review this. I just feel this is there is on the download. I'm pretty sure there is a no. I was pretty sure there was a I think at the download link, which was here, there's changes.txt. This is CrowdLotus. It's basically the same thing, but just the way this is done, I feel like it's a little bit less clear. But, you know, that is there. If you want it, it is on the download link. This is my version. Horse archers are basically what we had them as in the previous rebalance. No change there. Assassins are now back to their original health, but reduced melee damage. For the reason for this, again, is that they were the second best unit for their price, and they were a pricey unit, so therefore they were better in almost every way than any other unit for melee, when they've got all these extra benefits of being invisible, being able to climb walls, and all this sort of stuff as well. So I wanted to make it so that they weren't the best ever melee unit. If you recall, was it on this one? If you recall this video, where I compared all the melee units, this is where the this assassin was before. I mean, you can get spearmen nice and early. You can get Macemen you know, in the mid game, and you can get swordsmen early if you want to. Now they can come down around about the same area as this for their melee strength, which means they're more of a raiding unit, but they can still dance to the tune of melee if needed. But you probably don't want to use that as your primary use. You want to use them as a raider, and if need be, fight with them as well as a backup. Which is what I'm intending. I do not want them up here. They should never get up here. I'm happy for them to be better than these units if you're buying the weapons, but when you're selling the weapons, you should not be able to go, okay, look, I mean, the Macemen goes at more or less the same speed. You should not be going, okay, I'd rather go for a assassin instead of the unit that I have to make all the weapons for. That was bad, in my opinion. You should not be saying, I'll go for the faster unit instead of the slower unit for, you know, power. You know, now you can go, oh, I'd rather have the speed or the strength, whereas before they were better in both categories. Yeah, so that's, I believe this is where I think they should be. In fact, I mean, they shouldn't be above Arabian Swordsmen. Arabian Swordsmen are slower, and so they should do more damage, do more melee damage than an assassin. Because they're in melee, because that's their niche, is their melee. So the assassin should not be. You should not be going for an assassin over an Arabian Swordsman for core strength. That's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree, but that's my opinion. That's the intention with that, and why we actually originally did the health. We've changed it to the damage instead, so that they can still be a bit better in raiding, but still be down below that. Anyway, carrying on. The Europeans faster. We had that before. They've got extra health now as well. Arabian Swordsmen doing extra damage. Macemen have extra health and taking less crossbow damage, so we're nerfing the crossbows a bit. Hey Milan, how's it going? Pikes and spears are doing double damage to mounted units, so knights and horse archers. I mean, that's one that everyone kind of wants for kind of historical accuracy. And it's a cool wee feature. I like the feature, so we've added that in. They're doing double damage. I mean, they were only doing 20 damage. Now they're doing 40, which is still pretty low compared to other units. But it's still. I mean, originally I tried changing it to 60, and that was way too good. So we brought it back down to 40 to double damage instead of triple. European Archer has extra health, but they now take less crossbow damage. So the point with that one was, I've got it somewhere over here, that they now take, so they're now taking 2 shots to kill. So if we go here, Archers, crossbow now does less damage than their health, so you actually have to hit them twice with a crossbow to kill them, or once with a crossbow and once with an arrow, whatever balance you have. That is the point of that. And we've also got it so that the Arabian Archer, I'll be talking about this in a moment, now they take 2 crossbow damage shots to kill, but if you have minus 5, it will take 3. If you've got minus 5 bad things, it will now take 3 crossbow shots, whereas before, no matter what fear factor you had, it always took 2 shots to kill a Arabian Archer. So that's a cool thing to keep in mind, is that there's a penalty for taking the... Well, it takes 2. 15. Yeah, so no, it'll take... it loses how much? Okay, maybe we didn't quite take that, changed it quite enough. For some reason I was thinking it was 50%, and so I was basing it off that. That's right. We can tweak that. But that was the intention behind it. So obviously we haven't got that, but that was the intention behind that one. Which is the next thing that I was going to cover. Knight is now doing extra damage. which means that they're actually doing more damage than a swordsman now. But considering there's that soft limit, that's actually probably a good thing of having, you have to have the stables for it. We originally didn't have this minus 60 damages to swords, and I kind of wish, like, we've added that back in, but I'm kind of tempted to take that back out, because I like the fact that it is knight. Wait, where are we? I'm looking at the wrong one. This one. Yeah. Not this one. So minus 50. I kind of want to take that out so that... Wait, he turned it to minus 60, didn't he? I just changed this. I originally had it meant to be minus 50. But I kind of like that they did that, so I might remove this at a later date, but we'll see how things play out first. Monks, as we can see, are doing less damage against... doing less damage against the swords, or the armored units, anything that you require to use leather or metal armor for, aside from crossbowmen, I suppose, and the Arabian Swordsmen. And then, obviously, we've changed these ones because they've got a health increase. We've made them take more damage from stones. The monks kind of took a double whammy, a double hit, because the cathedral now costs 60 stone on top of its original price. Just pointing that out. But the reality is, before you'd get to your cathedral, and the monks became the only unit that you really needed, and that was not a good thing. So I think they needed that nerf, and it's a good thing that we've got that nerf. It's not, they can still shred them, just not by quite as much, and so the cost of the amount of workers that you're using to do it into it is there. I feel like, well, I watched them used as a main way too many times to agree with that one, Ultra Reese, but that's alright. Resource changes. I haven't actually really considered these. These ones came straight from Lotus's brain, and I didn't change them at all. Increase value of the hops and beer, so that I haven't checked to see if it's now better to go for a hops farm instead of a wheat farm and sell bread for it. I'll have to do that at some point. It shouldn't be too hard to do, but I'll do it at some point later. The sell price we had, but we've now updated the buy price of stone to match, and the same with the iron. The weapons now is also been increased, so it's not quite so practical just to buy bows. I haven't compared the actual costs here to see how it works out with everything else, but we will. I can review all those later, but I'd like to see how it actually works out in a game. Doesn't need to. I think it doesn't need to be overrule it for sale value. I do think that you shouldn't be able to buy hops. You shouldn't be able to make more from a wheat farm than you would be able to be from making up to buy the hops. If that makes sense. I think it should be that if you need a place farm, you could place a wheat farm, sell and buy hops, or you can build a because you don't need the entire farm's production worth of beer always. So I think that's where I think it wouldn't overrule it. But if you're using the maximum efficiency out of that hops farm, you're using every single hops barrel thing that comes in from that farm, and you need every single one, I think it should be better to actually build that farm than to just build another wheat farm and sell the bread. That's my personal opinion, and I don't know if that actually is the case or not. I haven't checked it, but we'll find out. This here has been increased significantly. It was 290, so going into metal armor for sale is now actually thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and at that point, at 180 plus pop, saying it should be better to have one hops farm, just one hops farm. That I think is perfectly reasonable. So, but maybe if you've got maybe like half that, you got the more normal 90 to 120 sort of area, maybe it should be better to go for the wheat farm, because you're going to be producing excess bread that for sale, as well as what you need to sell to buy the hops instead. You know, that makes sense. I'm not sure what you're meaning with that, Ultraus, because hops farms was always there to get into beer. That was always the purpose of hops farm. So I'm not sure exactly what point you're trying to make there. The only difference with that is hopefully that it's more likely that you're going to actually say, actually, yeah, it's worth me building a hops farm instead of a wheat farm now. Whereas before, there was just no point at all in doing it. I am noticing I'm dropping a few frames. Not too many, I don't think. So hopefully we'll go. So hopefully we won't have an issue. I did notice it was quite foggy on my way out, and because it's line of sight. Fog can cause issues, but hopefully it won't. Now, I still have that game room open, so if anyone wants to jump in, let me know. Nope, CO's out as well. They produce one, not more. Yeah, well, I mean, the reality is, I mean, okay, that aspect I understand, but I don't think that's a bad thing, considering most of our maps only have really 5 farms that you can really rely on getting stuff from. So, you know, having 3 of them wheat and one of them dairy and one of them are hops, that's what you'd be building anyway. That's kind of the better balance anyway. So I think that's a reason. I don't have music this entire time. Let's get some music on. I personally don't think that's a problem, but that is potentially just due to our maps. On maps that are very high oasis, that could be different. But on those maps, the the apple farm is overpowered, and so there's not really much point in trying to do much more than that anyway. So it's a bit of a catch-22. I did run a quick test with CO earlier. My problem when I play is I don't get into weapons early enough. The biggest thing about all these changes is that playing this multiplayer has become a lot harder. It's a lot harder. You have to think about so many things, about your eco, your military. You need to rage. You need to build up weapons productions in an early enough time. You have to. There's more to be concerned with now, and you have to adapt to that. And I don't play enough to readapt fast enough, so I'm always going to be worse than everyone else because I don't get enough practice while everyone else gets tons of practice. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, maybe if you've got the attention to spare to do all of that stuff, you can get into a place where it's a bit of a stalemate, in which case then, yes, it's more chill. But getting to that point is a lot harder. Well, it's not harder, because you wouldn't get to it before. You just go, it would be in the, you know, non-stalemate the whole time, but that's just because you just got only worrying about your troops. Yeah, I think it's different. I don't think it's more chill. I think it's a different thing. But I think it's actually I never said it was more. It's more intense. It's more difficult. That's the key. To be able to do it, make sure you're getting the weapons at the right time, so you can get the right amount of units, so you don't get overrun by spearmen. That's huge. Anyway. CO's not coming in for a while, so let us just go with us. Less shields the better. The shields are now slower. That's our big change, Milan. That was the very first thing we changed. Very first thing we did is slow down the shields to the same speed as a pikeman. And what that does is, well, 1, you can't just march them over the map. 2, they cannot keep up with your horse archers. The problem with shields before wasn't so much the shields. The problem was that they could protect the horse archer, which could run and shoot at the same time, and can just run around, and you can never engage, and you can never actually kill them off because of the shields. You can't catch them with melee, you can't kill them with range. That's the problem with shields and horse archer combination. reducing that speed means that combination is no longer possible, and you can now catch the shields, which means they're less of a threat. Anyway, then I need to get these ones. All right. Yeah, it's unrealistic for them to move faster with carrying a big massive shield than they do when they don't have the massive shield. That's ridiculous and unrealistic. Alright, let us go on. Let me... Okay, my stats should work. I need to actually just quickly tab out to make sure I run the tool. We should be good to go. Alright. We'll go straight into it and see how this goes. I'm going to get slaughtered, as I was just saying. Getting used to all the new, the new meta that you have to get used to. I'm not there. I was barely good at the previous meta, so expect me to get slaughtered, especially against Ultraroos. But let's see how we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That guy, put this guy here, woodcutters.
You can count on us.
Alright. I need to actually start the taxation going. Work on everything else, get 2 houses. Ox tether there. Ox tether there. Let's get some hunters on this side. And one more woodcutter here.
Your popularity is falling.
Oh no. Let's see what he's doing with his start. He's gonna go try take the other side. Can't say I blame him. You can just come stand there for a bit.
Where are we going?
Alright, I need to move this guy before those woodcutters bring stuff out. So I really want you to be here. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it up here. Damn it, that's really a bad spot, isn't it? Nope, it's perfectly fine. Cool. Like so.
Always ready.
There. Marketplace. So usually what I would do is actually sell bread right at the start. It's not promising.
Not enough wood, my lord.
We've got wood for this guy though. I don't want to put him at the front actually. I'm going to put him at this side. 2 of those guys.
Gold needed. Not enough goods.
And 1 of those guys.
سمو كما ترغب طريق طويل. What'll it be?
Haha, well played. Where's my lord's over that way? Okay. Guess we're gonna have to leave this one alone.
Tell us what to do. That's
Come over here.
Long way.
Now I would like to get an armory here. Let's get some iron mines.
Iron mine must be built on iron ore.
Get another one of these.
Too low.
Damn it.
Not
Another
enough
one.
work
Them.
is available to
And
run
them.
this building.
And 1 of them.
We are under attack.
Whereabouts? Probably a hunter. No. Oh, here they go.
Where are we going?
Well played.
Wood stocks are too low, sire.
This hurts. This is actually hurting a lot.
Always ready. No problem. This'll be easy.
Let's put that there. Let's get a couple of extra farms to help me out for a bit.
Gold needed.
Of course I need more gold after that. That sucked.
Not enough good.
Big time.
Stone needed.
Ah, damn stone, I sold it all.
What'll it be?
اطلق نحن في خدمتك نصباد نبحث عن هدف.
Alright, stop these guys from getting extra resources.
هدف.
Guys, you guys can't give me any more stone, please.
نصباد.
Kill that thing. Yes. Kill that guy. Now. Two of those guys again. And I can actually get one of those guys now. Stop the taxing. That was close. Get myself that barracks. Wall there. Come back here.
We await orders.
You can count on
under
us.
attack.
I'm sure we are.
نحن تحت أمرك. سنترك
I'll
حالا.
take some height advantage against you.
هدف. سموكم.
That's fine. If I can get a few kills out of those guys, I'm happy. Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
Get a couple more of these guys.
Not enough workers available to run
More
this
workers. Come on. There.
We await orders.
You guys come stand up here, kill these sit. Aggressive there.
You can count on us.
Recruits needed,
We
sire.
await orders.
Recruits needed, sire.
I would like you to come out there as well because he's getting enough of those guys to challenge anything I put out there. I clearly need to make sure I
Not
have
enough gold.
wood available.
Not enough gold.
Really would like to get a wheat farm started. Let's get some woodcutters
Can't
over
place
this
that
way
there,
now.
my lord.
Wood needed. You can count on us.
نعم سنقوم بذلك.
Under attack.
You can count on us.
بالتأكيد.
Excellent, that works. You guys, get down and kill these guys, please.
This'll be easy.
حالا.
You kill that guy.
Piece of cake. No, always ready. This'll be easy.
Alright, we're good. I still need more housing.
Wood needed.
Not enough gold.
Bye, bye, bye. Housing.
Can't place that there,
Let's
my
get
lord.
two of them this time.
What'll it be?
Alright, you guys go defensive
Tell us what to
stance
do.
right there. Run out and get any assassins, sorry, spearmen trying to stop that, I suppose.
More gold is needed.
Sell, sell, sell.
Not enough goods.
I think it's time to move into maces. Well, first I want to go into crossbowmen, so let's get rid of this guy. Get dairy farm up here. Tanner. Get 2 here. Gap 2. Let's go to 4. Go crossbows, 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 crossbows.
You can count on us.
Orders.
You can count on us.
Sire. We await orders.
Come
That's
up here.
quite a run.
The fun of it. He cleared that off. No surprises there.
We await orders.
I would have done that too if I were him. Sell. I need more wood, as per freaking usual. Alright. You know what? Seeing as I have this, and I can kind of rely on getting stuff through here. Probably don't want to put 2 there just yet, but hey, that'll do. Do want them there. Ah, living workers. How's that for workers, you dweebs?
We are under attack.
Ah, it's just that guy, that's right. Wood is what I was looking for. There. Move those guys around. Let's go there. Keep moving those guys out of the way.
Can't place that there, my lord.
You can count on us.
We await orders.
Attain. Shot.
Hey Snowball, how's it going? Is there a use for Arabian archers? They are stronger per worker. Generally in the early game you wouldn't worry about them
Yes.
when it's hard to afford them. In the late game is when you'd be wanting to
That's quite a run.
go for those guys. I think that should be enough.
You can count on us. Attain. Shot.
Sell.
We are
Buy.
under
Sell.
Not enough goods.
Recruit. Now it is time to move into
Stone needed.
some of these guys. Damn, I need the stone. Keep forgetting I need stone these days. Let's get another one of those guys there. You know what, you guys go help this fight. You have the height advantage, so I should be able to win this. Alright, stone is there, so let's go for some blacksmiths over this way.
Wood and stone
This
needed.
building has no labor.
Wood and stone needed. There we go, we hear it now. Wood and stone needed. Oh, you guys need to make sure we did do that, cool.
You can count on
We
us.
await orders. Weapons needed.
Someone's making bows? You are. Crossbows, please.
Wood needed.
And
This
that'll
building has no labor, sire.
You can count on us. You can count on us.
you guys run that way.
Attain. Shot. Moving.
You guys come up this way.
My bow is yours.
Attain. Shot. You can count on us. Where are we going? Piece of cat.
I actually want you to go over there and just wreck some of his economy. At the very least, the archers are dead.
Me lord.
Archers, okay, cool. Archers are all engaged.
No problem.
Excellent, that should be good for that one.
Yes, boss.
And now we're going to have the,
Weapons needed, sire. Instructions.
Jump
you guys up
to
here,
it.
please.
This'll be
Aggressive
easy.
stance. Alright, now let us... Another one of them. Actually, I'm going to start moving into the armorers for the eco side of things. Here. I'm actually going to destroy this guy for another wheat farm.
Wood needed.
Damn wood.
Not enough gold.
Buy wood. Get a wheat farm. Let's get some woodcutters out here.
Can't place that there, my lord. Your popularity is rising.
You know what? You can go to regular archers for a bit.
Sir,
You guys just come here.
moving out.
You know what I haven't done at all
Not enough gold.
that I should have done ages ago? Is beer.
Not enough workers available to run this building.
I would like to get lots more than that. That'll do. There we go.
Wood needed.
Wood is in. 2 will do for now. Let's buy some barrels of beer.
Wood needed. Wood needed.
Get these guys making. Making stuff.
We await orders. You can count on us.
Gold. We can get more gold. That is a possibility.
Weapons
Yes,
needed, sire.
boss.
Gold needed.
Now, he doesn't have maces.
They won't
So let's get
know
in
what
here
it
and do as much damage as I can with my maces before he has anything that can really stop it.
Shoulder. Homs. Yes, boss. Tell us what to do. Simple.
You break
Piece of
that.
cake.
Break
No
that.
promise. Where are we going?
He hasn't realized I've wrecked this thing, but hey, he's got more troops than resources than me anyway.
You can count on us.
Orders.
Gold is my problem.
Yes, boss.
Weapons needed. Our treasury is emptying.
No, I want just popularity.
The people
Cool, we're good.
worship
Alright.
you, sire.
You can count on us. Shut.
Gold needed.
That's fine. Let's sell these. Come on.
Saving.
You can count
Yes,
on us.
boss.
Attain. Shut. Ready, sir.
Alright, you guys up
Moving
here.
out. Fall in. Moving
You guys up
out.
here.
They're
That one.
dead there.
That one.
Feed. We are the Macemen
That one.
lads. What
That
do
one.
you need? No, what hit 'em?
That one.
Some chicken.
You, that one.
What?
That one.
Yes, no, what hit 'em? You can count. You can count. Attain. Shut.
Weapons needed, sire.
That one.
Dead.
That one.
Chicken feed. Yeah.
Go that one.
Chicken feed. Need some muscle.
Excellent. Go that one.
Chicken feed.
That one.
Boss.
That one.
No, what hit 'em?
Yeah, it's like he's gone AFK.
Attain.
Weapons needed, sire.
Yeah, they're
You know what I should be looking at? My lord right now. Just on the off chance that he's been distracted by a raid that he's about to send in at me. Alright, that should stop any chance of that happening. Like, how the hell am I doing this much to him without him even reacting? He can't be here. You up here.
Yes, boss. You can count on us.
Await orders.
Bash 'em, lads. They won't know what hit them. They're dead.
I'm kind of curious now as to how long he's been AFK. Because it's clear he's AFK. There's no way that I did this well
Yes, boss.
and direct him this much if he was here.
They're chicken feed. Bash 'em, lads. They won't know
I mean,
what
with so few units. This is ridiculous. Absolutely no chance.
You can count on us.
We are losing a little money.
I almost feel bad.
Macemen.
I'm not looking at the enemy. This is the enemy's base that I'm looking at. How can you just come in right? I mean, I haven't been looking at him for a long time. Ah, yeah. But like right now is the worst side of you claiming that I'm not switching. I could have been looking more often earlier, but
Shoulder, Holmes.
I have no idea where he is.
Ready, sir. What do you need?
I've been scanning. I haven't been doing a heck of a lot, but I have been looking.
Chicken feed. Yes, boss.
But yeah, he's definitely not here. There's no way he's around. You know what, just stop there and just kill those 2 units. You guys come up here and kill him. Wreck that. I mean, he hasn't rebuilt a single thing. But now I have to kill him just to end the game. I just want to get pad my stats at the moment. That's the only reason I'm sticking around. Make it look like I'm even better than I am.
Tell us what to do. Simple.
Bravo.
They won't know what hit them. Need some muscle. Chicken feed. Bash 'em, lads. Jump to it. They won't know what hit them.
I mean, look, the reality is I expect us to die, but
Lions are attacking, my liege.
oh, phone call. Oh, the lions are actually hitting me. I think that's actually why I lost my spearmen earlier.
You can count on us. Where are we going? No problem.
Pile is
I've got a full stockpile. That's how long it's been since I've been over there.
weapons
Yes,
needed,
boss.
sire. Weapons
You can
needed,
count on
sire.
us.
Alright, time to just... You guys...
Tell us what to do.
Where's his lord? Wait, where is his lord? There.
Simple. Need some muscle. There. What? Bash 'em, lads. Yes, boss.
You come out here, and you know what?
What hit them?
All of you guys, be aggressive now. There's not enough real workers to really do much.
Excellent.
To, you know, distract them. Aggressive.
Holmes. They're dead. Need some muscle.
The stockpile is full.
What? Bash 'em, lads. You can count on us.
Weapons
Bring them straight out this way. Fine, let's sell that stuff. Just to give myself some extra I just want the I just want him to be killed by these guys. My question is how long has been AFK? Did I have the units coming in to wreck him before he went AFK or after? That's what I want to know. I made sure that the assassin couldn't sneak my lord. The moment he was, I thought he might have been AFK, just on the off chance that he was sending his assassins to sneak my lord, I went over and did that. Alright. That one. Alright, are you going to jump in this time, Sia, or anyone else who's out there who wants to join in with our rebalance? All the description and instructions are in the description of the stream. And you're welcome to join in. The password of the game room is always Twitch, because I used to stream to Twitch, and, you know, I can. It's not often I get a chance to win, so if he's AFK, I'm taking full advantage of it, alright? Are you in, CL, or are you still not available? I'll send you an invite either way. I personally, I far prefer actually watching and analysing the game as it goes, so... They get rid of all those, the old naming of the maps. Alright, let us go on to Clear Sky. Where's Clear Sky? This one is, I really like the idea of this one. So, that is if these players even manage to join in. Alright, we got one. Ultra Race is in. And I'm currently dropping frames. So, apologies for that. Doesn't seem to be having an issue effect on the game itself, but it is affecting the stream. Alrighty then. 3, 2, very much of a 1. Let's go. Lord, come over here, die to those lions. Everyone else disband. You guys don't need to see my ugly mug, considering I'm not playing. Alright, we got Seal on the right, so let's just quickly... Wait, that one. What's my hotkey to swap there? That one. Okay, got it. Right. So, if you are new here, or if this happens to go to YouTube, welcome to another rebalanced Stronghold Crusader bootstrap game. This map is called Clear Skies, made by Ultraus. We have CEO in the bottom right versus Ultraus in the top left. The full details of our rebalance will be in the description of the YouTube video, or they currently are in the description of the stream. This map in particular is interesting. Coming down here for your eco, I think is the better move, but it is a slower to pay off. Going off to the right is a early payoff for your eco. You get these start extra farms, 5 versus these 3. I think that pays off for you if you can hold it. And I mean, Sio's not looking to punish him for going this side. Can't read too much because he's got this hill. But my strategy is it's at later on in the game. You get up this hill, up this wall with a siege tower, and then you can claim all this extra resource here. Breaking, I disagree with that one. But yeah, if your enemy gets on top of here, gets up here first, that will punish you for here. I think CEO should be getting his spearmen and breaking through that now, because he needs to be able to control this hill. losing this hill, it will be more devastating for him than it will be for Ultraus. But as long as he can have a presence on this hill, he doesn't need to own the hill. He needs to have a presence on the hill so that any archers are shooting at his units rather than again at his eco. Then again, he can always just bring his lord down here. My question is, I'm kind of waiting to see if any assassins come out, because I think this one, getting assassins over here, it would be devastating, and Seo has nothing to stop it. Now, I should be able to see assassins, but some maps, for some reason, just dislike that, so it may not happen. But the troop balance up here means it's only Seo's got it. Oh, we've got assassins, yes, I can see them. Not sure I like this assassin going forward that side. Alright, 3 assassins here for Ultraus. Seo, are you paying attention to this? Yes, he is. Pulls him back just in time. Where did his assassin go? Did he get killed? Yeah, he must have got killed somehow. No, there he goes. I'm just going blind. He's right there. This is a problem with using yellow. Now, those other assassins are about to climb the wall. And, Ultraus is going for wheat over here. I mean, I guess I understand it, but... Okay. Okay, now there's some slings over here to prevent this. Those assassins can deal with this guy and destroy that. No problems. But Seo doesn't really have enough food to really make it too worth it. But I mean, you can definitely destroy this, easy peasy. Come along the back here, destroy this, destroy the house. No problems. And he's already got his weapons production up. 5 weapons production versus 3. There we go, first building down. I mean, you can melee down that slinger, and then get that building. While the other, just make sure you micro them around to the backside. Move them around to this side of the granary. Well, the granary's going to go down. I mean, you could probably kill those slingers with that. This assassin's going to go get a house. Nice to see. Okay, he's moving those slingers away. Enough micro to keep them alive and kill that off. A lot of troops coming over here. But there's nothing left to kill over there now. So it's a bit too late. He should be breaking through here and have a presence up on this hill at this point. Curious to see what Ultraus decides to do with this assassin later. But I think Seo knows he's there. No, he doesn't. There, he's not going there. Alright. I really think these two should be up here. That's exactly what he's done. So, you know what? You're going to sit here. I'll just come right around here and onto this hill. And then I have easy access to this. I'm going to have an assassin come over to your base. He came just in range of these spearmen to chase him down. Justin moved in, so these guys came in range and they got triggered as well. I mean, there's a lot of troops up here. At this point, you need to break in onto this hill. And there goes Ultraus backing off the central hill. The other assassin has now been found. He's destroyed a house, destroyed a brewery. I mean, he got value out of those assassins. We got our 1 wheat farm here for Seo. I don't think Seo can really compete with this troop production though. Alright, that goes into a melee, and that is going to lose for CO, unsurprisingly. What else we got going? I mean, let me just have a look at these eco buildings. Here's that one. Weapons buildings, 11 to 3. I mean, that's not something that you can really compete with. You can't really compete with 11 3. You need very high quality to make up for it, and he doesn't have it. Maybe if he got troops onto this one of these walls with lettermen, or had some shields, or had a tower or something of his own to deal with it, then he'd be fine. But he doesn't have that. Assassin's trying to come out here to get these. I don't think he's going to survive that. Unless he's going to go around. He's so lucky he can't be seen right there. No, he can be seen. He's seen. He's dead. That took him a long time to realize he was there, though. I mean, look, you can also put a tree over here, or you can bring 5 ballistas here to wreck this stuff, so... I mean, there are plenty of options to destroy your opponent's eco, but if you're going to go this side, you need to have control of this hill. Well, not necessarily control, you need to have a presence on this hill. And he's got no way to get there. And that's just going to wreck him. Oh yeah, putting him here. I mean, he's safe, but he's not. Actually, I don't even know if you can get over this walls. Or if you're going to be over here. But I mean, these walls are pretty tough. These walls you can get over. But if Seo has a presence here, then he's not safe at all. He's not safe with the assassins. The assassins can now do more damage against things, and they can get over there and wreck a trebuchet down here. So I wouldn't quite say he's safe, but I would agree that it would be beneficial for him at this point. And we've got a tower from CO. Still no... I mean, he's obviously recognised this is coming through, because he's built this tower. But even with that knowledge, he hasn't bothered to try to get a presence up here. I don't know what his strategy is. Alright, here you go. This is him trying to get the presence up there. He goes, look, you're almost through. I can't wait to break through myself. I'm going to get some ladders and get my troops straight up the ladders. Understandable, but this is a lot of troops that you need to deal with. And you don't really have very good... you don't have very much reinforcements coming in. Wait. Tunnelers Guild? Tunnelers could get through this pretty well. Okay, that's a good, quick way to get through the walls. I can see that. I can see tunnelers breaking through that. I think coming down here was a good move, but not if you're not going to break through this. So yes, I agree he should have broken through these walls earlier. I don't necessarily agree that he should come here, but we've got so many troops coming at him. He just doesn't have the troop count. He just doesn't have the troop count to compete with us. Wait, he seems to have a... Well, that's close weighted troop count, but... That's what I'm trying to do. Units. 800 versus 600. I just don't see where he's got them. I do not see where he's got, 80%, 70% of CO's units. I mean, I could say if this was all Ultru's had, yes. But he's also got all this stuff. Okay, he's got Macemen. Okay, that helps. Those Macemen will wreck the archers. No shields up here. He should have had a shield up here, and then that would have been doing plenty. Like, just one shield. He had the Engineers Guild to get the ladderman. Ultra should just get his spearmen up on this thing to take out those laddermen. Arrows is not the best way to do this. Alright, he's going for an end run. He thinks he can get through this. I'm not sure he can. But I respect the attempt. He's got all his melee units getting over here. He's leaving just enough units here to be a distraction. But he's going to go for an end run. More archers coming out to protect it. And prevent it, rather. Alright, time to move. Wait, what are you doing? Time to move forward. Time to push it. I don't know what you're trying to do. Maybe he's waiting for more troops to get over there. If he waits too long, these guys are going to get through. These guys are going to die because he doesn't have the troop count. I think Ultraus doesn't think he needs. With this amount of troops versus this amount of troops, I think he just goes, you know what I mean, I could get that, or I could just finish the game. Why would I waste my time doing that? But whatever CA's doing, he needs to do it now. Because these guys are going to get through. And if he's not careful, Ultraus is going to realise that's the plan and just put a wall around it. And it's so easy to put a wall around it. Oh, he's getting some archers up there to take the shots so that these ranged units can get a bit further in. Okay, I can respect that. Put these on a really short patrol, like a super short patrol. Like a 2-tile patrol. But more archers coming out. Now we've got the spearmen coming in. Alright, manually move them, manually move them. Keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking. Click, 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 click. Let's go. Let's go! More spearmen coming out. Click, 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 click. Alright, now they're in. Keep going, keep it moving, keep it moving. This, I don't know if this is going to work. He's got no. That's it. That's GG. Yep, he's calling it. GG. Just did not have the troop count. I mean, let's go over here. Produce units. Ultraus produced double the units that CO did. And that's where the game was won. Alright, let us get them onto a different map. Double the wood, yeah, I mean, look, you can, other ways to use wood. The troop count, the wood isn't the primary thing that I think won it. He could have got less wood and bought it or something like that if he needed to. Right, let's go for a map that we're a bit more familiar with. But not try to, because that's just going to end up in a funky little end game. Look very quickly to the end game. All right, let us go for. Where was it that I was looking at? Two-headed. Not that you guys could see what I was talking about, but hey. Alright, we're just going to view it first.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking
Cool,
my
got lions to kill me off. That's good.
Where are we going? Has been killed.
This is a map where the initial engagement is huge. And with the rebalance, I think the initial engagement is a little bit even more important. What? Who are those guys shooting? They just shoot one of their own little... They're shooting... Oh, Ultra... Ultra's built his stuff on the wrong corner. Oops. Alright, let's go. Three, two, and a one, and let's go.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
The Lord has been killed.
Alrighty then. Welcome back to another bootstrap rebalance game between CO and Ultra once again, or for the first time if it's the other one hasn't gone up to YouTube and that's where you're watching it. Where the rebalance has been updated. I don't know what order these will go up to YouTube or even if this one will, but there has been a huge update recently, and this is the second game we've played on my stream with this new rebalance. So we'll see how it works. They are still getting used to it. They did get a little bit of practice yesterday on Crow Lotus's stream. The full details is in the description below. Well, technically it's Ultra's third game on this stream, but alright, that was way too aggressive with the with the archers. Okay, I can respect that. Oh, we need to get those names around the other way. Ultrus is on the other side now. Oh, there we go. Ah, not a Lordly v Lord. Ultrus, you don't want to Lord v Lord this one. These spears can easily get him in the thing. What the hell are you doing? This is not a good idea. Not even close to a good idea. Oh wait, no, it's actually working out for him now. Oh wait, I don't know who's. I think this is good for CO. CO should engage. I think CO's okay. I think CO would win this if he engages. It's hard to tell though. Honestly, just get an assassin or two out, and it's game. Bring some assassins around the back, and engage, and game over. You got the stone for it. Do it. Alright, he's going to go for a slightly longer game. Fair enough. Ultraus has done exactly that. Gotten some assassins out to try prevent that. Or rather, to punish that. I mean, as long as this horse archer is drawing the fire of these guys, this is going to work out well for Ultraus. Hey, Belial, how's it going? Yes, the Lord is just the same as he is vanilla. If you weren't aware, Belial, we are playing with a lot of rebalance stuff. So we've changed a whole hot heap of how the game works. So this may not, well, this definitely won't be a game you'll recognize from previous ones. Yeah, the fact that there's no weapons building, so you can kind of guess it. Looks like wait. Crash! Alright. Yeah, let's just go for... Let's go for another, common map. You know what? We haven't played Canyon in a while. Let's see how this works on the rebalance. Nah, as in you haven't been following, or nah, as in you don't like it, or... Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Need to change those, names around again.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Get further into them so they die faster.
Your popularity
There we go. Died.
has been killed.
We're always ready.
Probably should have done that ages ago. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of this thing now. Now, well, sorry, let's do the quick intro again. Welcome to another bootstrap rebalanced game in Stronghold Crusader between Ultraroos and Seo. We have Ultraroos in the orange, Seo in the yellow. Map is Canyon. All the details of the rebalance are in the description down below. And let's get into it. So, it's fairly standard setup here for Ultraroos. All the troops coming over to the right hand side, which is a pretty meta start. Same for Seo, although Seo, if he's not careful, he's not going to be able to move his stockpile. These guys come out before he deletes the stockpile, he won't be able to move it. No, he's not going to move it, he's going to leave it as it is. Okay. I don't think it works that way. Let's find out. Alright, they're gonna. Oh, he's doing a split. He's deliberately splitting his thing. That's kind of funny. Alright. That's one way to do it. This is a this is part of the same Stream Beats playlist that I usually use, Maddie. Created by another streamer. It's Bread and Butter, that one was called. But he's created all his music solely for streamers to use on their videos so that they don't get copyright strikes. Because any other music, well, 99% of music, if you play it while you stream, you could get a huge copyright strike and have your entire channel taken down. It's been a huge issue recently, and so he's deliberately gone out to create this music just to solve that problem. So the playlists are available on Spotify. So as long as you got a Spotify account, you play it, you get access to it for free. You're not gonna get copyright strikes. It's great. You can even download it. So most of my YouTube videos have it in the background as well. Horse Archer coming up into the eco, and Slay's coming up. Question is, are these slingers going to be enough? We got Horse Archer trying to stop the from doing too much. Fire's going to go up here. And all of these slaves are going to get up over here. This Horse Archer's here, but he's too busy. He's too distracted by this guy. And burn! Let it burn! The initial troops are still just sitting over here, you know, in the standoff. Nice little raid here from Ultraroos. That hurts quite a bit. There goes his second well being built. Just trying to save his granary. His granary is basically empty. It'd probably, at this point, better just to destroy it. I mean, that well cost him 30 gold. I do feel with how, you know, I mean, he's got plenty of wood to replace it. So it's, you know, to delete those two, it's 10 gold essentially to replace them. So you may as well just, I mean, and you lost that anyway. So you may as well just have destroyed them. You only had 5 food in it. Sell all the food, destroy both, replace them. I think would have been the better move there, but hey, this one was the right move. Horse archers coming down over the side. Assassins coming forward. Ultraroos, my man, Ultraroos. This is a lord killing army. Only has 5 of them, but if you combine them with everything else he has here, that'll be enough to kill the lord. But now CEO has his own army inside of Ultraroos' base. He's trying desperately to prevent Ultraroos from getting any more troops. He loses a horse archer over there. He's prevented these guys. Like to see those guys move forward. We've got some assassins coming forward from him, and wait, they're going right the long way around. But his popularity must be low because he's not struggling to get these guys occupied. Destroyed that stockpile finally. Looks like he's trying to move into the bread economy. Now that he's starting to struggle for food with that fired earlier. Here goes his army coming forward. More fire at the back. Ultraroos is actually below 50 popularity. And is struggling to get workers. Has had to place his bread eco asleep. Not that he has any wheat. So he does have some wheat, but not too much that's a problem. But the battle is coming on over here. The Lord is half dead. Keep those assassins moving. Be good to detail someone just to destroy that, just in case. Get that horse archer moving forward. I mean, CEO, do not put him on your keep. Do not place him on your keep. Okay, this is game then. On the keep, this lord will be able to engage him, and he's not going to be able to get away. Doing hard enough just to click him. GG. Putting that lord on the keep at that point was not the right move. See, I wasn't a rematch on that one. Fair enough. I mean, that gold, I mean, considering Ultraroos got 500 gold for killing the Lord, and he was still less gold than CEO. CEO was definitely in the stronger economic position despite the flames. Same troops produced. CEO killed more, lost less. Not much cast. Look, the rally is Milan. Well, one, this map isn't really ideal for castle buildings. You can't. You have to do a lot of it, and that's expensive. Even with the reduced stone value, building a castle is expensive, and it doesn't pay off in competitive play. We reduced the price to make it more likely, but on this particular map, it's still not likely to happen. On other maps where it's easier to wall off certain approaches, you get more castle building, but not pretty castles. More just efficient castles, trying to make it as cheap as possible, so you got more stone that you can sell and get troops with.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege. What'll it be?
Get away from there. I do not want you killing off
Off
those.
we go.
Your popularity is falling.
Hey, you die. Seriously.
The Lord has been killed.
Tell us
this
what
bad.
to do.
That was close. I almost killed all the lions. But last time the lions killed everyone. I don't understand. Anyway. Alder is doing pretty well. Yeah, I mean, he was heading towards a win. However, it would be easier to stop for CEO to have prevented that win on the two-headed snake. So, who knows how it actually would have played out. What I'm not seeing nearly enough is spears in front of archers on a really short patrol, like a 2-tile patrol. This is what Ultra's known for. Ultraroos is known for this ridiculous micro on the start battle with his archers. It's like, I've never been able to figure out how to actually compete with this micro. Alright, we've got slaves coming out from CO. He goes, as long as you're distracted trying to micro this, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to try whack you in there. Hit you where it hurts! And this is exactly what was done to him last time, so it makes no sense. In normal multiplayer, there's a curtain wall in normal multiplayer with peacetime. Peacetime is a different issue. 1, it's only a wall. 2, it's... Sorry, Belial, if you're still there. It's boring. Especially boring to watch. To play, I'm not making any comments. It's not my cup of tea to play. But to watch, it's just who follows the script better during peacetime, and then who clicks the fastest after peacetime. It's not my cup of tea. It's most of the people who play on the stream prefer bootstrap, where you start with no gold and no stone. Which means you have to get the stone in, and you need to get the gold, which means the stone comes in, and instead of, spending it on a curtain wall, you'd want to spend it on troops. Whereas in peacetime, you've got so much stone and so much gold by the end of peacetime that dedicating a small amount to that wall is like 2% of your total gold stone at the point. Whereas here, to do the same thing, it would be it'll be 10 minutes of just getting stone out of the sky. Maybe not 10 minutes, but you get my point. Oh, that slave, that assassin. Those slingers did so well against that assassin and stops the slaves in time. Well played there, Ultraroos. I think this is too long a patrol. For melee units, you don't need that long a patrol. There's no benefit to having a patrol that long. You should only have it two tiles. I suspect he's planning on doing much the same thing as he did last time, with the assassins and the other troops all ready for it. Horse archers coming out. More slaves coming through. Oh, Sia grabbing some farm down the bottom here. And bringing a horse archer around to get rid of these guys. Already moving into bread production on the right hand side. He is completely out of food. I kind of think he should have probably bought the first lot of wheat and kept the apple farm running for a bit longer. But, whatever works. This is a really hard map to start on because of that transition from one farm into wheat is so hard to get right. As you can see, CO's been on 0 food for a while and his popularity is tanking. Ultraroos is also on 0 food and he hasn't even started on his on building his bread economy. I'm not sure this is the right move. He's going to wait for wheat to start coming in from here before he does it. I think he should buy a bunch of wheat to start it off. Build up his economy here. And then once the first lot of bread is being baked, then destroy the apple farm. Look, the reality is, like, the benefit of walls and towers is huge. You get, for height advantage, you get a 3-to-1 damage advantage. Anyone shooting uphill or shooting at someone on walls or towers does 1/3 the amount of damage. That is huge. The walls prevent any melee units from walking through, and slows the melee units from actually being able to break through. We had the killing pit stopping this Lord attack, and so now he has to back off. I like it a lot. Horse archers going down. I like it a lot. So I mean and then you got the towers with the baluster and the mangonels can do a ton of damage. However, the problem is how expensive they are. I mean, in this case, you know, it costs you about 30-40 stone to be able to wall this one in. I mean, these guys never get that much stone available. Ultra Roost is in negative popularity, by the way, because of that, waiting for that wheat to come in, which he has now got, before building up his bread economy. I think he was hoping for that fight to win. So like that, you know, putting 30 stone into that, it's at this point that is about 150 gold. I mean, that's 2 units. It is worth it, but like having, you know, it's not really useful until you finished it, and it's always better just to get a couple of extra troops. Hey, 150 for 30. 30 times, yeah, that's right. With the rebalance, that's 150 gold. It probably is worth walling this off, and I think Ultra Roost probably should. But the difference is he's trying to use that gold and pushing the fight over here. Any gold invested into walls cannot be used to attack and to pressure. And these guys are focusing mostly on pressuring their opponents, and that's why you're not getting so many castle building. And because it's not habit to use it, to be honest. People just don't think of using it. I want to come into this map afterwards and find out exactly how much stone it costs to actually make this, because I am really curious now that I've said that. Ultra Roost is getting frustrated. He's still got below 50 popularity. I don't know if I've got that in the description below, actually. Can someone double... I'll check this out afterwards. One of the balance changes is that the rally point for the assassins now walks instead of runs. And Ultra Roost is calling it GG. I mean, that gold difference is huge. About what we saw last time. I just want to go out and check that comment that I made. Yeah, let's go to, what was it called again? Canyon. Put myself here.
Choose your adversary.
Let's get a wolf who will take forever to build up. Give myself plenty of gold and resources so that I can buy the stone just to prove this. So start with 50 stone. Let's see if I can do an efficient wall off
Your popularity is
I mean, I
falling.
can't. I mean, I can get almost over this. There's not very much point. Probably your wall's probably gonna be. If you're gonna make a wall, you want to make it about here. So starting off with the 50. Zoom in. And then what's your range over this way? Oh, right, so you can't get out there, so maybe put one here. Of course, then you'd want to have a a gatehouse. So you're looking at about 45 to 55 stone to do this, but I mean, you can do one side at a time. I mean, that is actually probably worthwhile. Like, if, just to go just one side, or one side, prevent assassins coming in and wrecking this area, especially when you get into your weapons eco. And if you got, say that cost you 25 stone. I forgot exactly. I think that's the shorter wall. So that if that costs you 25 stone to get that and a gatehouse, that is 125. That's one horse archer. You have one less horse archer, but they can't get in with slaves to wreck this part of your eco. And you can put your troops up here to defend this stuff easier. This here, you probably won't see this one too often, just because it's not really defending that much. And when you get pushed back up here, the game's mostly over, so it's a backup. The assassins are slower on rally points, and they do less damage.
Retire.
Previously, I had that so that they had less health. However, that kind of broke them for actual rating. I mean, they were still usable, but they died a bit too easily. Anyway, just make sure they were aware of the results of that. If anyone else wants to play, let us know. I'll give you a moment while I go grab a drink. Or another drink, rather. Let us know. You'll just need to make sure you have our setup, which is available down below. We can do 1v1s, we can do 2v2s, 3v3s, 4 free-for-alls. We've got options. So if you want to jump in, the game room password is Twitch, so feel free to check that out, and I'll be back in a sec. I had 2 of my wisdoms out this week, which is why I didn't stream on Thursday. One on that lower on that side, and on the upper side on that side, and ever since I have to take really small bites because the entire sides of my mouth are really sore to actually eat with. It's really annoying. I think especially this side is the sorest, but the tooth was, you know, almost pushing into the other ones. So I think when it got removed, they're kind of adjusting to not have that pressure pushing them forward, and so because they're adjusting, they're a little bit tender. It's a bit of a pain, but I can survive. I will take it that nobody else is planning on joining in just now, so give them to let me know when they're ready to go back in. And yeah, like usually I'd eat this in 2, maybe 3 bites. Now it'll take me about 20. I have to take small enough bites that I'm only chewing with the front, you know, maybe the front 2 or 3 teeth on the side. I think Simula Chrome looks like a good idea. This is one that you will see a war on. Three, 2, 1, let's go. I think Ultraroos thought he was yellow.
We are under. Lions are attacking.
Because he usually wants the bottom left.
نحن في خدمتك.
Actually, no, I want you guys to just go away.
نحن
You
تحت
are one.
أمرك. سنترك حالا.
No, you.
Lord has
Explore.
been
Okay.
killed.
It works. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to circle around so like this. We've got a seal on that side, so let's swap those colour sides. I don't think the meta on this map will change too much from what it was before. You get a wall down here, potentially to this corner here, with most of your eco in this lower hill here. Up top here will be houses, maybe into stables. Then you're trying to get as much of this extra resource as you can early on. If you're particularly ambitious, you can put a wall straight down here. You can only get to about halfway through, well, 2/3 the way through this ramp, and then wall over to about where this tree is, connect to the thing there, so that your opponent has to come through here to get to you. And you can even moat this area here if you want to. That's what Crow Lows would usually do. Then you start getting your troops and start getting your raids, trying to get raids on this resource over here and into this resources down here. Prevent the wooden come over here. But that is much later into the game where that's going to be important, and to when you can actually do it, to be fair. But if you can keep your opponent behind their walls, you're going to have a very, very easy game. But keeping them back there is not exactly easy. Now, one thing that I say every single game is that neither of these players are breaking this wall. I always think that it's a good idea to detail one of your spearmen to wander down here and break through the walls on your opponent's side so that you can easier raid this resource later in the game and get into here. But nobody, like Crow Lotus does it and I do it, no one else does it. I guess they don't really see it as quite so valuable as I do. Where'd that slave go? He got all the way in. You go, slave. And got a wheat farm too. High value slave there. And then he dies to his own fire. Dumb slave. I mean that's the problem with all pyros, isn't it? They set a fire and then they burn themselves. Oh hey. Speaking of no one ever breaking through these walls, I think this guy was probably already there starting on it, I just didn't see it. So we have CO doing exactly that is CO, right? Yes, it's CO. Doing exactly that. I don't like this patrol. I really don't. I know why he's doing it, but I'd rather have a shorter patrol in the middle. You don't need them to get all the way over here. There's no benefit to getting them all the way over here. However, having this long patrol means that they can still get shot by arrows. So there's no real added benefit, but there is a potential deficit to it. And those horse archers, again, they're too long, they can still get shot. There's the benefit of the patrol for the horse archers is not quite so big there. See, this is a much better horse archer patrol. Nice and short. Like these guys should be going about half the distance they are. Both the spears and the horse archers should be half. A lot of assassins coming out here from Ultraroos. I guess we haven't nerfed them nearly as much as I thought I had. He was, when I first posted this rebalance, he said I can't see any possible use for them with the rebalance because the damage has been nerfed so high. And yeah, he's using them quite a lot. Before we hit rebalance, he would just build up his army enough to hold, and then he would just wait and recruit like 60 or 70 assassins, send all the assassins in, and try to win it with that. And if he lost it with those 60 assassins, then he'd call the end of the game. that was his entire strategy every single game. It's like we deliberately prevented that strategy. That was, but now I can't do that anymore. I was like, well, that's good. Anyway. What happened to that spearman over there? Did he pull him back, or did he try to send him forward? Did he try to send him forward? I mean, that's actually enough assassins to end the game. If he got up here and CO didn't have units over here, even that amount could win the game. But we have some assassins pickups of his own to help prevent that. Spearmen are now heading away from being able to defend that. If those spearmen were still there, then I would say no, they'll be fine. I mean, if all these guys leave, these assassins would end the game. They're all leaving. There's not this could actually be the end. depends on how CO reacts, but also how well Ultraus actually micros these. And it's been seen. The reaction from CO is immediate. But Ultraus wasn't actually going for it. He's going for the eco. He's going, you know what? That's fine. I'll go destroy your buildings instead. And that is actually a good idea. But unfortunately, because all those assassins went one by one, they didn't get nearly as much damage on that lord as you'd hoped. The Arabian Swordsman kills what's left. They weren't microed well for a raid. They weren't microed well for a end run either. And so they failed. It's kind of like he couldn't decide which one he was going to do, if he wanted to raid or if he wanted to attack the Lord. And so he kind of did neither. But we do have assassins heading into Ultraus' base now. Not nearly as many of them. 4 of them still alive. All 4 still alive, rather. And I don't think Ultraus noticed that happen. He's got troops over here. I think he was too busy watching this and didn't see this. If CO realizes he's got these, he could do a lot of damage. Bring them in the back here, and he could wreck a lot of this weapons economy over here. Going straight into crossbows. That's interesting. Crossbows and Macemen straight off the bat from Ultraus. Okay, all those assassins all went away from away from where you wanted them. Okay, I can accept that. Wait, where were those guys even going? Someone built a stone quarry up here? That's kind of funny. Buildings going down. I feel like if you're going to send this guy over this way, then go for this stuff. You got an assassin up here, he can get up here and get that stuff. Okay, that assassin's going to go down. You should have had him engage for longer. See if you can get some more kills before he died. But hey. And these guys are going to go over and protect from that assassin. So that assassin is no longer going to be able to wreck this stuff. Actually, he still can. These guys are not in range to protect either these two. Well, and once they get to here, they can go along here. These guys aren't in range. So he's putting him further away, so now the only thing these guys can protect is this guy. And only if the assassins don't come from this backside. I think that's a really bad placement of those slingers. And here goes that assassin coming in. I'm going to quickly zoom out. This army is still sitting here preventing this. A lot of assassins coming out here from Ultraus. I think he's going to try go for an end run again. Not sure that's a good idea, but I respect the attempt. And quarry goes down to this guy. As I say, these slingers did absolutely nothing. Knight coming up now. No, I have not tried cod liver oil. I have a very limited palate. I really don't try almost anything. If it's not a kind of a standard ingredient, I don't really have it. Heck, I don't even like eating sour cream. That's how limited my food palate is. Oh no! Oh no! He's deliberately sent these guys down a different path to try to get in there. So these guys don't catch him. Hoping that Sierra thinks that was the entire assassin army. Alright, cool. They're sitting them there, that works, and then come around the top here. You can probably still get to the Lord and kill him off. He's weak enough. Oh no, please. I thought we fixed this. That guy should not be following that. I was sure we fixed this. Alright, we have to go and I need to fix this. We're going to have an updated rebalance for next week. That is not cool. He should not be there entertaining assassins. That just lets CEO know that those assassins are there if he looks at it. And wait, he doesn't see these guys coming in. These spearmen are going for an attack. Come on, go straight for the Lord. Just ignore everything else. Straight for the Lord. Straight for the Lord. Come on. All right, here we go. Ah, keep on moving. Click, 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 click. He's almost dead. Come on, just keep clicking, and he's down. GG. I mean, CEO had the map control. He just didn't have the defense. I mean that was expensive. Ultra's only slightly below gold value overall. I mean, he lost 43 units. Almost all of those were assassins versus 19. That is an expensive KD. Let's go to my stats, which actually has the weighted KD. It's about the same ratio. And that is ridiculous. Like, that was an expensive assault, and which is good. I like that it was expensive. And, I mean, I'm okay with it being still possible to do that. But it's not a really cost-effective way of doing it. And, I mean, if CEO had some Arabian Swordsmen or something there, that would have worked out. That would not have worked. Or even if they had more those spearmen on aggressive, that may not have worked. If CEO had any real defenses set up, that would not have worked. Oh my goodness! I mean, I'm sure CEO must be getting triggered by now. Also had more gold because he killed the Lord. Remember, he got 500 gold for killing CEO. So the gold he actually earned himself was 4,400, not 4,900. Completely calm. You've had a hard run of it. What was it? Something I was saying. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to write this down before I forget. There will be a new balance update for next week. Because I need to fix. I thought it was already done. The jester visiting. Visiting the assassins. I was sure we implemented this. Yeah. I watched them visit Ultra's assassins, the ones that killed you. I watched them do it. I'm like, that's not right. If CEO was looking at this, he would know, and this would fail. No, because for what's going to be in balance. Oh, I can update it as part of my balance. Yes. When it gets implemented into UCP, it will not be there, but I was sure we actually implemented it into the UCP for 2.15. I was sure of it. I wanted to actually go tab out. I wanted to have a look at that. Unofficial. No. GitHub. Just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It was a pull request. Ah, it's not been merged, that's why. That's why it's not there. I mean, it's a 2-second thing. All I need to do is go to this file. Close that. Go here. Scroll across to this column here, and then go down to Assassin, which is down the bottom here. Copy, I'm not going to actually send this out. I'm just trying to show you how it's actually done. Just because I can. And then we'll just add it at the top here. Copy, paste, paste. Oops. Delete that. Call that. Assassin. Value is 0. Go back to this one. Copy that again. Go back into here. Copy or paste there. Yeah. This will be shared for next week. I'm not going to worry about it for today. It's not a big enough deal to change it today. But it's that simple to stop it. that's literally the entire fix. If you're interested in actually seeing what we changed, this is what they actually look like. Visited by Jester. Wait, no, we need to change it from 0 to 1. Because it's not visited by Jester, not... Yeah. So these currently are, so I need to change that to 1. So overwrite that with the number 1. Save. There, that way, it is excluded from units that the Jester goes to visit. Just like the siege units. So it makes no sense for the... it's unfair. Their benefit is that they're hidden. Yeah, and then showing them. The Jester would gives them away. It makes no sense. So, yeah. Interesting, tunnelers aren't visited. Who else aren't? Priests? I guess because priests are wandering as well. So it's ages to do it. It makes sense, I suppose. And of course, all the random units that don't even, aren't even human. That's it. All right. You need to cool down or back. No worries. If anyone else wants to jump into a game, do let us know. I don't know how much longer I will be on. Alright, at least I just closed out of Crusader. Jester's not being visited. Did I actually not see that? Did I scroll right past that particular? There we go. Wait, what? No. yeah. No, the Jester is being visited. The Jester is 0 for not being visited, which means the Jester visits the Jester. Yeah, really weird the Jester's visiting himself. But yeah. This is all these highlighted yellow fields are things that we've changed for this rebalance. Just if you're interested about everything that's changed. And this isn't even everything. Because we've also changed these guys and these guys, no, not those guys. Hops. Beer. No, we didn't do flower. Didn't do bows. No crossbows. Pikes. No pikes. Maces. Swords. And armor though. So all of those have been changed as well. And then in here there's like a whole ton of these things that have been changed. Oops, just not break all this. I haven't got this as showing up in a rebalance sheet. These are the vanilla values. Those of you who care. I'm thinking like the assassins are still pretty strong. Like a 30 it was a greater decrease than the health was before. The walls I haven't changed anything to do with the walls. The only thing relative to the walls that have been changed is the price of stone, which means that people are less likely to sell it. The walls, one, is a lot harder to actually change. A lot harder. And two, they don't really need to be changed, let's be honest. You can make them stronger by putting another level of wall behind them. I think up to 3 levels of wall, layers of wall, makes the front layer of wall stronger. So I think it's like 40% for an extra layer. Yeah, 40% extra strength if it's got a wall behind it, and like another 20 on top of that. 20% stronger if there's a third layer behind it. I think. I'm not sure exactly if that, but I know that it does get a strength buff if there's layers of wall behind it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. One, AIs cannot handle it at all. Like, at all. So, it's completely useless for AIs. It's only useful against humans. And as humans, I get that it kind of... It forces the... It forces you straight to endgame. You can't break through, you can't sneak through on the backside. You can't go round and hit them. Everything is going to be slow and very clear. Every action, because trebuchets hitting and destroying walls are able to be walked through. Incredibly slow. No flying stones with strong walls, which means you can only get through with rams. But yeah, you can't get through with trebuchets slow. Catapults incredibly slow to actually break through the walls and even to move up. It's very clear to see it's coming. Battering rams, very easy to destroy on their approach. When you know that they're coming, you can get all your units just to target down and it's dead. And so the strong walls just it removes too much of your of the danger. It makes defense way too powerful. I will never play no flying stones with strong walls on. I do find it funny that some of the things that they've got in there, like they've got no dogs. Dogs are the worst unit that you could possibly get, and yet there's a option to ban them. Like this is them here, right? What if? I don't see a point to that. I don't see a benefit to that. I don't see. Yeah. It's a lot of work for no gain at all, in my opinion. Anyway, back to the attack dogs. The cost of a attack dog is about 150 gold. You get 4 of these guys, right? So they've got a health of 24. I mean, for 150 gold, if you spend, instead of spending that on this one attack dog, let's spend them on spearmen. Buying spears. Worst case scenario, you're buying spears. That's still 5 spearmen versus 4 attack dogs. And the spearmen are better than the attack dogs in almost every category. I mean, they take a little bit more range damage, but they're faster, they can be split up, they can... Like, the problem is the dogs don't even spawn unless you got a massive thing. I have no idea why you would bother. Oh, and then they do a lot less damage to you here. But like, I have no idea why you would ban attack dog cages. Like, of all the stuff that you could ban, why attack dogs? Seriously, where's the logic there? I do not understand it at all. I do find that amusing. I'm gonna. Sorry, El True Sincero. I'm going to launch into the game because I want to see what the other settings is. I've never really played with them because I don't see the point in it. No Cowl Throne. Okay, I understand the no cow throwing. I think that throwing cows is an essential part of the game. But I understand why people might not want it. Extreme mode, we don't use that anyway, so it's, yeah. And I understand why you'd want to switch extreme mode off in extreme. Makes sense. But yeah, so this... Why would you ban that? Of all of these options, like, strong walls... I can see why someone might think it's a good idea. Like, I can see why... Who was it? Milan. I can see why Milan thinks it's a good feature. I think it's a really bad feature, but I can understand why other people think it's a good idea. No cow throwing, I think it's a bad idea, but I can understand why other people think it's a good idea. No rush, I agree that it's absolutely necessary. No rush is absolutely necessary with vanilla start options. Before you get the 2,000 gold, when you have to have a 2,000 gold start minimum, no rush it has to be there. I understand that. I agree with it. I just prefer to have no gold starts instead, so that we don't need to use that. Extreme mode, absolutely valuable. Street powers around Lord, absolutely necessary. But no dogs? Like, out of all of these, no dogs. Like, you could go, no fire, no flying stones, which people play those rules all the time. You can, no shields, no horse archers, maximum number of ranged units. You don't need population. Yeah, but I've never been in a situation where, oh no, I need to build these dogs, but I need to get some troops there, but I don't have 5 workers available to turn into spearmen. My main concern about, especially in multiplayer where these options are available, in multiplayer my only concern is balance. And strong walls is unbalanced. Because it limits the player's ability to do anything. At a certain point. And Siege, the defender has such a huge advantage already. Having height advantage, having easier reinforcements, being able to, sally out if you want to, being able to put trebuchets or catapults behind walls and shoot over the walls where they can't be hit back. There's all these advantages from the defender can get. Tower mounted siege units that making your opponent, giving the attacker yet another disadvantage, and the fact that they can only get through that with certain units, and like 3 certain units at that. It's just not. I cannot see that as a balanced multiplayer game. That just unbalances it way too much into camping. You may as well just sit behind your things and. Yeah. Sorry, Ultra obviously I wasn't aware of the extreme mode off. Didn't realise that was there. And extreme mode powers around Lord. Yeah, with the unofficial Crusader patch, we've disabled the magic bar. So we don't need to worry about that setting. We kind of have that extreme mode off by default always. So that's why we never pay attention to it. Looks like these guys are back and ready to play. What have we got here? Let's get another map that's... Ultros has won most of these games, so let's let CO pick a map. And if he says Trident, I'm going to say no. Yeah, Sia doesn't like it either. Trident, if you're new here, Trident is this map here. There's 2 paths to get your opponent. In rebalance, this slows down into a nasty, nasty slog where it's just really boring to watch from about 20 to 30 minutes in, which is most games only last that long. But with rebalance, 20 to 30 minutes is about 10% of the way through the game. So I will not I'm not playing that on a rebalance. So only because yes and no. No, in fact, and absolutely not. That is not the only reason, because I've had other people do it. And because it was a result of the thing, and we've seen on other maps when the walls get put up, it's almost impossible to push. It's almost impossible to push the walls. Like, people just can't understand, can't figure out how to properly siege. So that's just blown out of proportion for Trident. So every bit player has had that situation come up on other maps, so it's definitely going to happen on that map. So I would not say it's only Ultra MP, first MP that did it. 3, 2, 1, go. Now this one you generally do get a little bit of a castle, but most of it's going to be moat.
The Lord has been killed.
But this one, like, you can wall in this little bit here, but being able to wall in a little bit on the sides to prevent slaves coming right around is incredibly useful. Because it's so open, you almost need to wall it. Depending on the player. I think most players will moat instead of wall. Because you have no need of any resources out this way. So if you dig a moat, like here, this is the edge of your range here. You can just get around this this hill. And then, don't need to worry about the front too much. But, later on you bring in the fronts towards each other. And then you don't have to worry so much about raids into your strong eco here. CEO going with the back quarries. Not sure I agree with that one. Though I understand the logic behind it. Ultra's going with the back and side. So they're kind of balanced in that regard. And Ultra's, interestingly enough, going for two iron mines and no quarry. Versus 1 quarry and 1 iron mine. Going for the quarry and iron mine is the better move, in my personal opinion. Just because stone is much more valuable than iron. For the amount that you're getting in. Even with the cheaper value of the stone. Sorry, I missed your message earlier, Milan, where you said all of that sounds realistic. Again, my point was that in multiplayer, my concern is balance, not realism. If we want realism, well, you need to make sure every time these guys get shot, they die in one shot, or they can continue on as if nothing happened. And then, depending on where they get hit, then you need to make sure that, this guy's carrying a long iron ingot. This meat needs to rot if it doesn't get used fast enough. There's a lot of different features in this game that's just not realistic, but you need to be unrealistic to make the game work. You'd never have 2 castles set up like this at the earlier, right next to each other at the same time. That's not going to happen. You're not going to... like throwing the cows and having the disease clouds come out of that, and then walking through the disease clouds affects your health. That's not realistic. See, okay, there's 2 types of unbalance, right? You're thinking player balance, in which case, like, if there was a castle around this guy that he got to start with, and CEO didn't get a castle, that would be unbalanced, and that by that definition, and you would be right. But that's not the balanced definition we're talking about. The troop changes that we've made, it doesn't affect that. It's balance of between the units and other, like, ability to use multiple options. For example, if I made the Horse Archer like 10 times the health and does 10 times the damage, right? All of a sudden, I would say he's unbalanced. However, both players have the same thing. So by your definition, that's still balanced. But I'm calling it unbalanced. The shields and horse archers problem that we originally had, that we've changed the troop balance for, that both players had it, but we still called that unbalanced because having that meant that you couldn't use other units. Well, there was no point to using other units. It's a balance between the units rather than, and between strategies and between options, rather than a balance between players. So two different definitions of the term. I understand the confusion, but yeah. Where almost always when I say something's balanced or unbalanced, okay, he didn't even hit that guy. It was sitting right in front of the cliff. When I say something is unbalanced, I almost always am talking about interactions between the units rather than between players. Well, units or buildings or, you know, what have you. That's my definition that I always use. However, there is obviously the one that you use. The only times that I'll use the definition that you're talking about is when I'm talking about map balance. If I come into a map, and as I said earlier, with, you know, if this hill didn't exist and it did on this side, they go, well, that's unfair. That's unbalanced. That's the only time. That's if I'm talking about a map, then I'm talking about player balance. If I'm talking about anything else, I'm talking about between units or between buildings or between strategies or all that sort of thing. To lock someone into only being able to do one thing, having only one option on how to go, that is unbalanced. Because every other strategy is, you know, very weak, and that strategy is really strong. Which means that you know, if you put them two of them onto a balance, one will go straight up, one will go down because of the you know. Anyway, I think I've explained the difference well enough already. I tend to over-explain because I know that often when I explain things, I'm misunderstood. I just obviously misword it. I think I'm saying one thing, but what everyone's hearing is something completely different. So I often tend to explain the same things 6, 7, 8 different ways, so that anyone hearing me can pick the one that they understand. Especially when I'm streaming and don't really have much else to talk about. It's a way to give me something to say. We do have a lot of central economy here for Ultra-Rus and very little for CO. 6 weapons buildings for CO to 4 for Ultra-Rus. And I think the gold income is more beneficial for Ultra-Rus at this stage of the game than the extra weapons. Considering it's a very small difference. Worst case scenario, he can buy extra weapons for extra troops. Alright, the archers are coming in. So with the rebalance, even with the rebalance, there is a suggestion amongst a lot of people, well, some people, that the Arabian archers and the European archers are unbalanced. That, like, almost always you will go for the European archers and not the Arabian archers. However, there's a very big however on this one. However, the early game, absolutely true. But with the current the new rebalance that we've put out yesterday, the crossbowmen are nerfed, which means that the archers are a lot more powerful in the late game still. There are a lot more uses for archers in the late game as opposed to going into crossbows all of a sudden. Which means in the late game, you might want to go for a stronger archer for more gold. When you start to have a limitation on your workers, instead of having a limitation on your gold, then you would start going into Arabian archers instead of European archers. Oh, we've got some assassins coming in here. Ultraus is going to start falling behind on those weapons production quite severely. He's only got 2 left versus the still 6 for CO. So instead of having a 50% bonus, he now has a 200% bonus. These horse archers should be on the other side of the map, on the valley. He's calling GG. Oh, there's more. And lost another building. Ouch. Okay, I can understand why he would have called that one. I'm not sure it was quite time to call it, but I can definitely understand why he did. Alright, shields, well, mate, no. Shields are so slow that maces can't break them. Sorry, can't stay behind them and can run out and break them. Knights can break them. Spearmen can break them. All of these units are running out without shield coverage and are able to catch shields. The pikemen can sit behind them. Alright, Skadovsk. So with the new balance, I don't think that the shields prevent the archers versus crossbows argument. I mean, they nerf the crossbows just as much as they nerf the archers, and you're still getting both. Both are still recruited. So you still have to make a decision which one you're going to recruit. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, let's make sure my lord stands over next to those lions there. I mean, they always tell you not to put your head in the lion's cage, but he's staying outside the lion's cage. The cage is just that one tile. Alright, now this is a very interesting thing. We had these, I'm pretty sure the same 2 players played this last week, and they had very different approaches, and obviously, I need to swap this over because, wait, no, we're good. Ultraus is on the right. Obviously, I didn't swap it for the last game. My bad. On the last time, CO decided to abandon the center and go strong into Nico over here. And it worked out well for him. He won the game. Oh, wait, did it crash? I'm pretty sure the entire attack was on was always on Ultraus' side. I'm fairly sure that CO won it. But Ultraus took the low ground. He's got all this extra resource, and he sent troops over here and wrecked all these walls here, which means that CO was no longer able to get into the center. Which means he couldn't get any of those resource. Okay, both players have put the quarry on the low ground. I like the troops going around the side. Okay, where's the other archers? Wait, is everything there for Ultraus? They are. No, there's only 3 archers there. Where's the 4th archer? No, there is 4 there. The other one was just fighting. Okay. Well, now we know. He's obviously realised, okay, crap. well, great, I've got an advantage here. I can get through here and win this initial fight. I think on this map, I mean, the problem I have with this map is that if you lose the low ground, like the initial fight, you lose everything, because it's very quick that this stuff can be destroyed. Now we've got 1 archer versus 4. 0 archer, so 2 spearmen versus 4. Theo has to back off. Horse archer coming out, that can work on those archers at least, if he gets good patrol on them. Patrol. Wait, no, start move. Okay, patrol. Bit long, but it's going to work out for him. He's going to try to use his lord to kill most of those archers. Very well played. Well, hurts 1, kills 1. But the lord coming forward now goes, you know what? If you can't fight me, my lord, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I will come and destroy your granary. So Seo's going to bring his lord back. He's got these assassins. These assassins will mean that he actually has the advantage here. And so Ultraus kind of guesses that this is probably happening. So he's trying to get his lord out of there. There goes the assassins showing up. Come on, get those assassins engaged. This could be game. Keep the other one moving as well. The other one move as well. Oh, both down, come on. He's so close, he's almost dead. Bring your horse archer up. Bring your horse archer up. Where's your horse archer still there? Get him up. These archers are doing too much damage, come on. But now we've got the opposite problem. But Ultraus should have... I mean, he can sell that and get his own assassins out there. And Ultraus is backing off. Wait, how did he even see that? There's no way he should be able to see that. I mean, I think if you send the assassin right around, you can get the granary and do just as much damage. Not even close? What's that? Here's a couple of horse archers over here, but he can't get them across. I think we need to make a rule that you can't make horse archers cross stairs. Or you know, walls, I guess. But then again, I don't mind them getting through here if it's a gatehouse. I just don't like the stairs, being able to use the stairs. Other maps are a lot more of an issue with that than this map though, so it's okay. Yeah, the assassin train will win it. Wait, he's been healing him up! He's been healing him up! He's got a lot more health than Ultraus expected. But it's still got to it's not enough. Theo did not have enough stuff ready for it. GG. Did I change swordsman? Sorry, missed that message earlier. I'm actually really bad with the chat today. Yes, both swordsmen have been changed. You can always go into the description below the stream, and every change has been detailed down there. Let me just quickly go over and I'll show you the changes because I can. So are you talking about the European or the Arabian? The European swordsman has been made faster and has been given more health. The Arabian swordsman has been given more damage. So where he was doing 100 damage, he's now doing 130. The European swordsman where he had 25,000 health, now he has 35,000. Alright, they're talking about that horse archer, the same comment I made. Ultras didn't even realize, didn't even think about it, being not supposed to be there. Alright. Let's scan through these, find another one that's we haven't played in a while. I'm thinking Turtle Creek. You ever saw this one? I'm kind of curious to see if Ultruce just refuses to play it, to be honest. We haven't played this one a very long time because it's impossible to balance. Let myself wait. There should be. I think they changed.
Your popularity is falling.
Need to make sure I suicide my lord. I think that's over there. Yeah, that's all. Oh, there's even some woodcutters over there. I think that's probably just hill. Anyway, they have to put walls behind it, otherwise the jester runs over the. All right, there we go.
The Lord has been killed.
All right, now so your workers teleported. Okay, interesting. So this map is very interesting. That because of all these canyons in the center, is really. It's really hard to really. You can push meter units around the sides, while ranged units can't really target them. So your ranged units sit here, or come right over here. In the center area, you can't really use range too much. There is 2 quarries each. If you want to, there's some really vulnerable iron in the corners, and there's plenty of sorry, not all of them will actually fit every type of farm, just because of the amount of space. So some of them you'll have to go for a wheat farm because there's not enough room to get an apple, sort of thing. But particularly these canyons just aren't balanced because things. So we can't use it in a competitive area, but it is fun to play. It is a very fun one to play. And I like the fact that those canyons really nerf ranged units. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like, as you can see, this top left player can get onto this central plateau here a lot easier than this bottom right player can get there.
Your popularity is
so that's right there. You can see it's unbalanced, the map. Whereas this player, he can always take all these extra things. It's a lot easier to sit troops to range all this stuff. You can get up right up onto this hill or into this hill. You can even come back up here and range a lot. Whereas over here, you kind of have to. You can get onto this hill, but that's really your only option. But because the height advantage is actually on the cliff side rather than on the defender's side, the defender needs some towers to be able to compete with attackers, which I quite like about this map. Oh, I haven't killed myself. Never mind. Let's go do that. Alright, let's just get a whole lot of clicks in there. There we go.
The Lord has been killed.
Zoom out. Alright. I feel like maybe that could have been moved across the side, but that's right, it works there. That's a fairly common placement for that stockpile. There is plenty of trees, but with the rebalance, I think those trees are going to run out pretty quickly. Because you need so many, so much wood for spearmen and archers. So I think that wood will be used up in the early game, and then you're going to see a lot of wood being purchased. Although there is actually a lot of trees in the center here that you can go for if you need to, and they do expand. Generally, I find these don't really get taken, and this area is just filled with trees. Okay, so CEO walled off the bottom corner. He's getting some walls over on the other side to try to keep any farms he puts over there safe. He has gone for 2 dairy farms with his apple farms and his wheat farm way over here. Whereas we over here for Ultraus, we have all of these farms going into apples. Let me just quickly swap those names around. Now, the benefit of going for these dairy farms this early is that he's going to be getting a popularity bonus for having multiple food types. You got your bread that you start with, you've got your apples that he's making here, and you've got cheese making here, which means he's going to have a +2 popularity from having that. He's going straight into good things. I'm not sure I like that. Generally, you don't really want to use good things until you're starting to attack. The eco penalty is quite severe. What is this? Sorry, my headphone cable's gone all caught up on my chair, and it's annoying me. There we go. Nope. There we go. We do have a spearman. Whose spearman is that? That's all yellows. That is actually CEOs. We're good there. For a moment there, I thought that might have been one of Ultraus's there. 3 weapons buildings for Ultra, 3 for CEO. However, these guys are making it less efficient, not great. Look, generally, like, teddy bears are cheap, but they use up a lot of space. And often, space is the limitation in multiplayer. Especially considering you need to have a huge bread eco. You want to have a huge weapons eco. This area, and lots of houses, and then you're going to want stables as well. Going into bears is just going to use up that space way too fast. We got some assassins fighting over here now. Fighting the slaves. Go the slaves. If those slaves actually kill one of those assassins. They could! The slaves killed an assassin. Ah. Oh, don't please tell me they're not going to kill both assassins. Please no. Almost. That was so close. Well played. And then the archers should finish him off. There we go. Now we've got slaves and spearmen over here. Lord trying to defend it. I mean, that should be easy to get around. I mean, these buildings are dead to the slaves. And you should be able to get in and burn these guys just by coming up the side here. Oops, I don't want to circle, I wanted to zoom. And a lot more units coming out. That's a strong, a very strong weapons economy there. Let's check that 11 versus 3. This is what happened in that first game. Ultras had the same 11 weapons buildings to CO's 3, and CO just couldn't compete. Seriously, you didn't burn a single thing with those slaves earlier? Well, go Ultra. CO needs to get the weapons production fast. Probably looking to get moving into Macemen. I'm a little bit concerned at the moment with the rebalance that once you got spears and archers, with the nerfs to crossbows, there is not much incentive to build into crossbows next, and that was the progression I expected. Is you've already got fletchers, so next step is to build tanners to go into crossbows, and then the next step after that is to go into making maces with blacksmiths. Although they don't really have much iron income on this one, so maybe they won't. With the updates to the values, I do believe it is actually now profitable to buy iron instead of buying weapons and then turn them into weapons. So that is something to consider, especially for the metal armor. Ultra needs to be a bit more aggressive, I think. He's got a huge... wait, apparently he doesn't have a troop advantage. Felt like he had loads of troops here. And yet, according to up here, CO has the troop advantage. I don't see where his troops are, though. But he's got a few here. Sending a few over here. And like 4 assassins. That's a lot of spearmen. I guess I can see them between that group and that group, and there's a few down here, and then and more sitting over here. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. It just seems off to me. I do like it that he's on. Okay, you're used to me attacking this side. I'll send my spears up here. They're gonna run in and try get damage on this stuff. There's no defense preventing them from coming up here. And then when you go, oh crap, I need to get troops up there and grab these guys and bring them up, then I'll send my assassins in and wreck the economy. I believe that's the plan here. But we're now up to 20 weapons workshops for Ultros versus 4 for CO. And I just don't think that CO can compete. He needs to really rock those weapons production out a lot. Ultros is just getting this bread economy started, so he's currently at 0 food, but it won't stay that way. He's already got that covered. Ultros, actually no, Ultros has 60 food, but he's at 36 popularity. That's the problem. He's actually below 50 popularity. Alright, he's brought those archers over to deal with these guys. Spearmen have been stopped by these guys brought up, and so those assassins came right around and came in on the other side. As expected, or I actually expected them to go for this stuff, but this works. Value, value, value. Oh, I figure it's this guy, that's huge value. And now he's realised, oh crap, I need to get some guys over there, so the spearmen are coming in to deal with it. Another one down. I really want those guys to go down, but I don't think they will. Nah, that's saved. They're saved. Another weapons building down though. I mean, it's still value. Now, looks like Ultraroos has run out of his trees. He's got a few trees up here. But he's starting to try to get trees from the center here. From the central plateau. Those trees are expanding at a great rate. Look how many baby trees there are. And there he goes, he's putting his woodcutters to sleep so that he can get his weapons production going again. Potentially get some extra military units. He's falling behind in military. Wait, how does Seer still have such a huge advantage militarily? Like, there's still a lot of spears here for Ultraroos. Oh, here they go, sitting at the thing here. Alright, popularity is back up for Ultraroos. The food production is going to be fine. Looks like the wheat production is sufficient. Yeah, those slaves can be a bit of a pain. Trying to get them to burn instead of fight. But that is a valid way to prevent a burning. Is just make sure there's a lot of workers around there. That is actually a potential benefit to having these good things here. Alright, lots of units coming out. Horse archers and assassins. But a lot of assassins coming out for Ultraroos. And he's put his bakers to sleep. Hopefully he puts them, remembers to wake them back up again. He would have put them to sleep so he had more workers to turn into assassins faster. But if he doesn't remember to put them back to work, he may run out of food again. So the assassins meet. Oh no, the main army! Seo's main army is going to drop. Seo's not paying attention to it, so he doesn't see it to realise that he needs to keep these horse archers ready to fight them. But now it's assassin versus assassin. But there's way more assassins here for Ultraroos. Fair enough. Back off those assassins. Let the majority pass. And then bring up so you're getting a bit fairer trade. But now he knows that that's coming. So he needs to prepare for it. What's he got? This is a great time for Arabian Swordsmen. Or Macemen if he got him, but I bet he doesn't got him. So a lot of assassins. Old Ultraroos is back to his old tricks. I really don't think we need to increase their speed. Just if you were unaware, the current situation is that, well, at least Lotus wants to increase the speed of the assassins so that they are a bit faster than they currently are, but not quite as fast as, say, spearmen. So slower than spearmen, but faster than, well, the walking spearmen. But I mean, with how well Ultraroos is using them, even with existing nerfs, I don't think we want to buff them more. In fact, I'm almost tempted to nerf them more. Maybe just increase their price a little bit or something. Alright, here goes the main thing. Arabian Swordsmen are going to shred assassins. I mean, there's a lot of weak units in there, but see. Oh, Ultraroos, this is. This is old Ultraroos. This is what pre-rebalance. Alright, let us go into the map that Sierra really wanted. Look, the map is definitely unbalanced. Absolutely guaranteed. Situation there. However, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
The Lord has been killed.
Wait, what? Why did all those quarries die? That's not supposed to happen. Alright, that's fine. Now, the thing about this map is it's incredibly low resource. If I put myself there, I don't think that'll happen. Alright. 3, 2, 1.
The keep is enclosed.
No, I'll look. They can deal with it. I mean, having those quarries there isn't nearly valuable enough to justify me not being able to see the assassins. I need to be dead to be able to see the assassins.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
The Lord has been killed.
Alright then. That's really odd. Those quarries shouldn't just magically appear to there. But anyway, doesn't matter. Now the interesting thing about this map is how low resource this one is. You got one stone quarry, one iron quarry, so iron mine, and that's literally it. You've got 3 trees, 4 trees. You have 4 trees total. You've got a couple deer here and a couple deer here. And you can take this stone for a second stone quarry. You can try claim the central wood. Getting the height advantage, I like it. 2 versus 4, you want to actually have 4 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 with the height advantage. There you go, bring the other 2 up. Where's your Lord? Lord's going to be too late to get there. And he's claiming that extra stone quarry already. Has he claimed any of the neighbors' resources? Nope, neither player has. Oh, these hunters have already hunted out their sides. Oh, no, there's still deer here. There's none here, so you had to come out here to hunt this one, which is now dead. There's one here. Still some over here. Uh-oh. This is a big uh-oh for Ultraroos. Swap those names over. I mean, at some point he's going to have to back off. And by the time he does, I mean, Seo could go into some assassins or even Arabian archers up here to deal with it. Those other units coming back yet? Nope, they're still running around. Like I like that this one's low resources. I still like that last map for the nerfing on of the central range units. Here comes the assassins coming up for Ultraroos. Wait, there's an assassin in his base as well. He hasn't seen. He just lost his food. 20 food lost there. That is pain. Losing this guy. He's got plenty of wood to replace it, so it's not too big a deal. However, he doesn't really have any wood in his side left to get. Oh, he's got one tree here. Sorry. This tree's effectively gone. The tree at the back's essentially gone. The tree on this side is almost gone. Luckily, the Lord Seo saw these assassins coming forward and backed off in time. Not quite the advantage yet, but he should be able to sell that stone and iron and get a couple of more eyes. Go Mauler's eyes. That's gonna be very painful for Ultraroos. I can't see who's got all this health. I can't see both healths. GG. I mean, this would be so easy to put a little bit of a wall in here for this central area. And get a castle there. Find normal. Do we have some normal 1v1 maps? We've been playing 1v1 maps, our standard ones, all day. Alright, let's go for negotiation. If you're gonna ask me for you know, to use the maps that we've been playing for ages, then you suffer. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now this is a map that you will not see any castle, well, you don't usually see much castle building going on. You'll often see a little bit of a moat or a wall here. However, 90% of your eco is up here, out of range of your castle. So generally you won't have that. Oh, pardon me. Like, building a castle, there's not as much benefit to having a castle on this map, because generally this stockpile, after this first delivery of wood, will be shifted out here. Maybe not for Seo, he seems to be going with a slightly different strategy this time. But Ultraroos will after this, all these guys bring in their wood, probably shift this, got this. Wait, no, wait, too early. Way too early. Shifting it up here. I mean, that is expected, and that is the meta. But the meta is to wait for all of these guys to deliver their wood, use up all that wood, and getting all this extra resources stuff here, and then maybe some switching into a couple of wheat farms already, building up your things. Just use it all up on all your eco, and then shift your stockpile. Because waiting for these guys to get all the way out there is a waste of time. Seo, I don't think it's going to bother moving it at all, which is interesting. Coming forward to this front stuff. This is the short game option. If you think the game's not going to go too long, the game is going to be over fairly quickly, this is the way you play. Get some nice, quick, easy resource, get it coming in nice and quickly, lots of food coming in nice and quickly, that you can sell, get more troops really quickly. Whereas Ultraroos is playing the long game. He goes, look, this game's going to go long enough that getting all this resource is going to pay off, and I'm just going to have to survive a little bit longer before I start getting all this resource. Although if he had have left that there and got that wood, let that wood get delivered, he would already have all of this up and probably have the workers arriving now. But at this stage, the wood's just delivering. He hasn't even built the buildings. So yeah. Looks like Ultraroos won the initial fight. Pretty close though. But here come the assassins to try and finish it off. Slay's going around the other side going, look, that's fine. If you want to go up there, but leave all your troops over here, that's fine. I'm just going to send my slaves up. But if he's not careful, he's going to run right into these guys. Most times you end up running into those guys, I find. Nope, he's good. He's fine. He's not going to worry about the lions. The Lord is running away. And fair enough. Lord Faseo is pretty weak as well. He's bringing him home. But that fire, there's nothing to stop this fire at all. All of this stuff's gone. We're even getting some flames in here. No, spread them out. Don't one slave per building. One slave per building. Get some over here. Retarget, retarget, retarget! Thank you. Yeah, ignore the workers, go for the granary, there we go. Oh no, don't die to the hunter. Ignore the hunter. Okay, retarget this guy so you can try and burn that. I mean, that is devastating. That's a lot of assassins coming out now from Ultras. I don't even know how he got the gold for that, to be honest. I have no idea how he afforded that. Come on, retarget this guy. I think Sio's completely forgotten the slaves here. Well, I think he's assumed that slave died. You guys can't even see it. It's gone. Can you see it now? No. They got that. Now you can see it. Alright. I mean, with this amount of assassins, yes, it is definitely fine. More lies coming out. Sio doesn't really have much yet left he can sell to get some more, though. And he needs to get a lot more. Especially with how weak that Lord is. He sees him coming. There he goes. The Lord's backing off. Killing pits! He's going to try to deliberately pull them across the killing pits. Killing pits doing work. Alright. That is going to be it for me today. Thanks for Cio and Ultra for entertaining us for the last few hours. I think they're starting to get over the games as well. I think that's why Ultra is relying on assassin rushes a bit more often, and that's fine. We will be streaming again on next Thursday and next Sunday. Hopefully, I'll actually be doing it this week. I don't have any more dental work planned, so I shouldn't be cancelling it the last minute, but yeah, it will be at the same time as I started this stream, but on Thursday, and same time again next Sunday. Thursday's a single player stream, mostly doing scenarios and stuff like that, and then Sundays like this, multiplayer and rebalance and playing around with that. So yeah, check that out. I'll be trying to get more videos out to YouTube. Check out the Discord if you want to find people to play with, test out some stuff. Head along to the Discord. If you want to discuss any of the balances, feel free to go into it. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth over this latest rebalance. I want to see a lot more evidence before I make any hard comments on how things have worked out and what the benefits and pros and cons of each of the changes are. Once I know more, once I've seen more, I can make more stronger comments on it, but so I won't go into too much detail until I have that extra information. But if you want to discuss it, you're welcome to do so anyway. Yeah, I shall catch you guys next time, or whenever the heck I next see you.